How long have you been studying and doing research in science? And what type of work do you do here?
I've been doing this work and doing advanced research for the last 13 years now. I left Malta in 1996. My work involves using mathematics to control systems and make them work on their own. For example, my work is to make aeroplanes fly by themselves and land by themselves. This is important, especially when the pilot has no visibility, or else when there is an aircraft that flies unmanned in order to safeguard frontiers. In the near future, police can use them to fly over big crowds of people and observe what's going on and collect information from the crowd.
Il-pulizija jkunu jistgħu jużawhom biex ikunu jistgħu jtiru fuq ġemma kbira ta' nies, jissorveljaw u jaraw x'inhu jiġri u jieħdu informazzjoni mill-pubbliku. Proġett ieħor li ħdimt fuq.
Another project that I worked on involves the control of satellite orientation to improve the signals that we send and receive back to Earth. Another area that I worked on is the control of robots in situations which have not been planned and which they have never encountered before. Another project was the modeling of biological systems, mathematical modeling of cells, so that together with biologists we can understand what processes go on in cells.
Nkunu nistgħu nifhmu iktar x'inhu jiġri bħala proċessi ġewwa ċelluli.
So what satisfaction does your job give you?
In my opinion, engineering and applied mathematics are amongst the most interesting subjects. A very famous scientist, Delman, once said that the beauty of mathematics is to explain in a simple way real processes that are very different.
Immens differenti.
Can you imagine our world without electricity? Can you imagine our world without computers, televisions, telephones, or even paper?
Dinja mingħajr sempliċi karta. Dawn huma kollha.
These are all the results of engineering. The work of a professional engineer is immensely exciting, and you feel proud that you're contributing to the improvement of society. Another great satisfaction is that I teach students and prepare them for the future engineering era, and you give them the possibility of improving society with their dreams.
Possibilità li jtejbu s-soċjetà bil-ħolm tagħhom.
Do you have a wish for the future?
My wish is to develop more adventurous research, adventure which permits the dream of the researcher to be financed. I wish that financing entities are able to finance adventurous and risky dreams. This is the only way for society to advance.
Essenzjalment ħolm avventurus u riskjuż ta' persuna.
My advice to our viewers is to dream, and don't be afraid of your dreams, and to work to make your dreams come true.
Ħolmu u tibżawx mill-ħolm tagħkom u ħadmu biex twettquh dan il-ħolm.
Dr. Lanson, this is a very beautiful place. Where are we?
Here we are in the south of Manchester, in Cheshire, in a place called Bramhall Park.
How long have you been away from Malta?
Well, I left Malta 13 years ago. I left in 1996, after I finished my first degree at the University of Malta in engineering and electronics. I came to Cambridge, where I studied for my master's and PhD, and then I traveled a lot. I worked in 4 different continents. In Russia, some work in Japan, some in America, some work in Australia, and a year and a half ago, I came back here to England.
Xixol l-Awstralja u issa sena u nofsilu ġejt lura hawnhekk l-Ingilterra.
Do you prefer the lifestyle of Malta, Australia or England? And do you miss Malta?
Yes, I miss Malta a lot. I'm really sorry that my children cannot spend more time with my extended family as much as all of us would like. Perhaps now that we came back to England, from where the trip to Malta only takes 3 hours, it would be easier for us to visit than when we were in Australia, a trip of 30 hours. But then, when you work in a place like this, and you know that people like Dalton, who discovered the atomic theory, or Lord Rutherford, who split the atom, or Kilborn, who invented the first computer with the program stored in its internal memory, and the people who created the first hard disk, You feel you're part of something big.
As a student, did you find time for other things apart from your studies?
Yes, of course. When I was young, I used to really enjoy spending long hours watching television, as well as playing the piano and the violin. When I was in Cambridge, on the other hand, I used to enjoy dancing and doing ballroom, tango, Latin American, rock and roll, and in fact, I even took part in some dancing competitions with my wife. In Cambridge, we used to love going rowing early in the morning. It was very interesting, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning in the dark and cold and going for training before the day of study starts.
What motivated you to choose science when you were young?
During my secondary school, I had a teacher who was very enthusiastic about his subject. His name was Paul Patch, and he used to teach me biology. In my opinion, teachers have one of the most important jobs.
Would you encourage our viewers to take up a career in science?
Yes, sure. Engineering and applied mathematics are challenging subjects that are always changing. They are subjects that open up a lot of opportunities, and the jobs are very well-paid jobs. My advice is don't be afraid of studying these types of subjects. There's no lack of opportunities in this field, and these are subjects that will improve the quality of life.
I thank you for accepting our invitation, and I wish you the best for your future.
Thank you.